Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we got another versus battle video, but today we got a tad bit different one. We got our first versus battle with two different animes. We got my boy Fujitora from One Piece, and we got the entire Naruto verse. Now, at first glance, this fight might seem one-sided, but you know, I actually put some thought into it, and I was like, you know, this could be a pretty interesting video. So let me hop on the mic and get to recording and editing. Now, what I want to start off by saying real quick, I know this has nothing to do with the video, but I want to state this. Now, even though I post a lot of Naruto versus battle videos, I want y'all all to know that Naruto is by far not my favorite anime. I don't know why I felt the need to get this out there, but when people text me and ask me stuff on Discord, you know, they tend to say it's my favorite anime. Not that it irritates me, but I don't like it when people say that. But I mean, I make it pretty obvious. So I just felt the need that I wanted to come out here and tell everybody firsthand that Naruto is not my favorite anime. It's barely cracking my top 5. I mean, it's probably number 4, but I mean, it's not up as high as, you know, maybe Bleach, Dragon Ball, and One Piece for me. But that's neither here or there. I just felt the need to get that out there. But anyways, let's get straight into this video. All right, the first thing I want to touch on when doing these One Piece any type of One Piece versus battle video, the main reason, if you may wonder why I don't do One Piece, is even though One Piece is my favorite anime, One Piece is too hard. Like, they give these characters no damn feats. Like, you can't even tell what One Piece's version of light speed or lightning speed is. That's why it's so hard to even do the basic versus battles in One Piece. And the only characters you can really do are the characters that get so much screen time. Like all the Marines and Warlords and people that we just, like certain people who we just haven't seen. Like, it's hard to do versus battle with these people. But guess what? I'm gonna give it my best shot. All right. Now, I ain't gonna make this video too long. It's probably gonna be maybe 6 or 7 minutes at most. But I'm gonna get into it and give it my best shot. Now, starting off, we're gonna start off with Fujitora's case in this, because this video is called "Can Fujitora Solo the Naruto Verse?" I didn't confirm if he could or couldn't, just giving, you know, opinions on both sides. Now, as we know, Fujitora, if you watch One Piece or if you don't, his devil fruit power is gravity. Now, gravity is pretty freaking cracked, as we all know, because gravity affects everything. It's something that can work anywhere against anybody, and really you could put someone who's a gravity user in any anime and they'll do decently, because gravity affects movement, it affects projectile attacks, it affects a little bit of everything. And that's Fujitora's main thing, because a lot of people in Naruto use projectile attacks, and since Fujitora has gravity in his disposal, it is very hard for really any attack to get close to him. Unless he just lets it get close to him. So that's one thing. And also Fujitora, of course, since we're talking about One Piece, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and say that, you know, hockey and all this other type of garbage is gonna like immediately just make the whole Naruto versus lose. I hate when people do that. It makes no sense. So Fujitora has his hockey, he has his observation hockey. His observation hockey is really high tier. I can't remember right off the top of my head how high it is, but it's not like Luffy and Katakuri's future sight high, but it's damn near right up there. Like, it's really good. Cause number one, as you all know, Fujitora is blind. He cut his eyes out. I still don't know for what reason. He never explained that, but he cut his eyes out. So Fujitora learned to use his observation hockey to the point where, if I remember correctly, he can be able to tell what you are or what you like. It's something weird. Like, I'm gonna try and look it up later. Okay, what's going on, guys? I don't mean to interrupt in the middle of this video, but after thorough research, I have remembered what Fujitora's observation hockey is, and it is the fact that he can basically see a shadow of you. So it's basically like, even though he's blinded, he can still see what your body looks like. So it's basically like he's fighting you, but he doesn't know what you look like. If that makes sense, you get it. If it don't, it's all right. If I figure it out, I'll put it somewhere in the point of this video right now, but I gotta remember it. But for now, we're just gonna leave it that he has extremely good observation hockey. And if you don't know what observation hockey is, it's basically like It can be an auto dodging if you use it right, but I mean that's what I thought at first until One Piece starts showing it does not work that way. Because like when Rayleigh was showing Luffy in the beginning of their training arc, I thought, yeah, Luffy's gonna be straight Ultra Instinct auto dodge and stuff out here. It did not go that way. It does not go that way at all. I mean, you can dodge. It helps you dodge, but you won't be auto dodging. But anyways, he also has armament hockey. It isn't as high as the other admirals, but that's only because we haven't seen it. We know Kizaru, Aikanu, and Aokiji all have advanced armament hockey, and that's because it was stated in the Marineford art. Now Fujitora may have advanced armament hockey, but we don't know because it was not stated, so I'll just give him, the basic armament hockey. But armament hockey helps you hit harder. If you advance it like how Luffy is in the Wano arc, you can hit stuff while it being a few inches away from you. So Fujitora has a lot up his sleeve. He also has meteors. He's been able to show, even though in a non-canon movie he was able to shoot a humongous tiger. Fujitora has a lot up his sleeve compared to, I mean, even though the Naruto verse is a whole verse, he has a lot that can help him in this fight. Now I'm going to move on to the Naruto verse. Now Naruto verse, as we all know, we know who's in the Naruto verse. So instead of me going over every little person, I'm going to name some of the people who will probably be more so on the front lines. Now, one thing I do want to state before I start these Naruto characters is Kaguya in the fight against Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, Obito, and Kakashi did use a gravitational world. When she teleported them into a gravitational world, she did use it. Granted, it was so powerful that she could barely lift her arms, but she was still able to move, and really so was everyone else's. I mean, so was everyone else, is what I meant to say. Sorry about that. I hear stuttering. But basically, even Naruto and Sasuke were able to dodge her first attack in the gravitational room or world, whatever you want to call it. And then when she shot the second attack, even Obito and Kakashi were able to get up, run, and force their way dead in front of them when they were at least a few feet away from both Naruto and Sasuke. Now, you can take that as Kaguya's gravity thing is not as strong as Fujitora's. You could say it's stronger since it forced her not to be able to move. But at the same time, from what Fujitora has been able to show us, not really nobody can move as long as you're in his gravitational, realm or area. So, I mean, we also have, and if Fujitora does, gravitate, Naruto or Sasuke of their high levels, or like Kaguya or Obito, then it's kind of hard to argue they won't get caught in it because we've seen it in their show. And if Kaguya's gravitational world was that strong or slightly weaker than Fujitora's, then you might be able to figure out a better answer quicker than what I would have. But for the most part, we can say that Fujitora will be able to hit more than everybody in the Naruto verse. Even Obito's Kamui cannot affect gravitation. You make your body invisible, but gravity is totally different. It's pulling your body down. So even if Obito was to go into Kamui, gravity still should work, because even though he tries to walk, it will still affect his movement and slow him down. And alright, so basically where we're at now, we can basically start to come to a conclusion, because even though I'm not giving the most facts in this video, there aren't a lot of facts you can truly use in a situation like this, because this is an all opinion based video anyways. So my final little conclusion, even though I kind of did not finish up my last point, I do apologize about that. I will conclude that unless everybody in the Naruto verse, even high level people like Night Guy, Madara, Kakashi, Naruto, Sasuke, even if guys like that are truly able to move in the gravitational world, or not gravitational world, gravity, move under it, it's really hard to argue that they can truly all Because when Fujitora drops someone, when he drops a gravitational area, it can be a pretty big area. So it's no doubt that Fujitora could drop a gravitational area around a big crowd of people and just hold it there long enough and slice a meteor right out of the sky and pretty easily drop a meteor on everyone there. And if that's the case, then he'll be going around soloing people left and right. Because unlike Naruto, for the most part, we know that devil fruits, they don't have limitations like Naruto characters have chakra, so they can't use certain abilities after a certain amount of time. Fujitora, they One Piece characters basically run on how much stamina and how much just fight they got left in them. They don't run on no type of specific, key chakra, anything in that realm. So if that's the case of what I just said, then yes, Fujitora can solo the Naruto verse if he does go around and use gravitational areas, even if people have Susanos, unless they can pull their Susano up in time, then it's still gonna affect them. So unless someone has like some type of hacks thing that I'm not thinking of on the top of my head, Fujitora probably will solo the Naruto verse. But that does not mean that the Naruto verse cannot definitely defeat Fujitora, because if someone does, if you can argue that the One Piece light speed is definitely slower than the Naruto ones, like I've seen people do, then you could argue that someone in Naruto speed blitzes Fujitora. But at the same time, like I said earlier, Fujitora has that observation hockey, so he definitely can see you coming towards him. And if he does what he knows how to do, then he'll be able to dodge an attack maybe, or even then, better yet, just the second you try to speed blitz him, he already drops a gravitational area around your surrounding. So that's my final conclusion. I hope you guys enjoyed this little, newer style video. I'll try and do more of these. They're interesting. They get your brain, a little thinking, about who truly would win. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video right here. Actually, also before we go, if you made it to the end of this video, I'm gonna pop on my two new thumbnails right here. Boom and boom. All right, so those are the new thumbnails. So I want you guys to comment either A or B down below so I know which one to work on first and see which one you guys want next. But all that out the way, I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends, and I'll see you guys in the next one.